Before Snap, it was very much word of mouth. To be honest, we didn't have many sponsors, and those we did have were quite old who just kept with us. So we haven't really generated any new sponsors for a while. But like I said, that word of mouth, so it's just a friend of a friend who would ask. So there was no real rhyme or reason to it, no organisation behind it. It was just more we sort of fell into a couple of sponsors really, rather than any sort of methodology behind it. Before, we probably had a couple, but we haven't really sourced them for any finances since we had them on board. So that's, like I said, they're really old sponsor who've been with us for a while. So there's no money been generated from them. They just paid for a couple of small banners up at the club a good few years ago. We've not really done anything since. Since Snap, we've got 5 new sponsors and we've generated about £2,500 just in the space of 4 months. It's really opened up a few avenues really. So the main sponsor that we had a few different businesses and a charity as well. Not only did they sponsor from their own business, the linked charity that they had were also interested once they found out we had this relationship. So we've now got this relationship with a charity, which is great for us because as a club we're a charity anyway and a charitable organisation. So it's really opened up us to getting involved with other different spheres as well as local businesses. Another local business as well had not really sponsored anybody before to this extent, and now they're sponsoring us, and it's a really great virgin relationship because they're quite a big store in town. It's quite a lot of kudos to have this type of relationship. So yeah, it's working really well. To be honest, it wasn't really part of my remit beforehand, although it was always a task that I'd wanted to do, but I didn't have time, nor the organisation nor the technical help to actually go out and do it. To be honest, I just didn't know where to start. But obviously since being with Snap, they hold your hand through every single aspect of the looking for sponsors, having a conversation with sponsors, setting out the contracts, how to advertise the fact that you've now got the sponsor, which in turn makes other people think, oh, they're open to sponsorship opportunities. So yeah, so beforehand, very little time. Now, yeah, a bit more time, but it's organised. I'm able to set aside time through the dashboard, so I know what tasks are coming up, and I can organise my time around some of that time I need to put towards sponsorship responsibilities. I don't think I'd have gone into those conversations with a great deal of confidence. I wouldn't have been able to set out the benefits to being a sponsor with the club and what they in turn would get out. I wasn't really sure of how that relationship and the symbiosis between those two would actually work. But it's more than anything just given me a great deal of confidence on how to have those conversations, just to set out how it is a mutual two-way street, having that relationship between a club and a sponsor. That confidence it's given me to have those conversations is massive, I would say. Having a tool there that can talk you through what you need to do, and the videos are great. I'm not hugely technically minded, so having someone explain on a video, this is how you do this in a step-by-step format is fantastic. The second bit is the contract, because as we know, businesses do want to see that everything is kosher and is everything as it should be. The fact that I could just put their details in with other bits of information and I can spit out the other end a contract that I could share with them, that's really professional, really sets out all that they can expect from us and what we can expect from them, and it's all nicely tied up, is just a real godsend. It's linked us through to different people who we didn't really have a relationship with. So the charity I mentioned now, we're real keen on community outreach anyway. We have links with lots of different other organisations and charities, and it's just opens up to additional ones that we didn't know about, and then that relationship can obviously just flourish from here, because we send a lot of people into charities. So we go into schools and we go into other organisations and show them tennis. And this has just opened it up to more of those as well. So although there's some financial benefit benefit to them. One of the sponsors of charity, has paid for a lovely plaque on the wall of our hub. Now the benefit to that is not just financial, it's that relationship between both parties as well. So I wouldn't underestimate the non-cost to this that you get, the benefit you get out of the relationship. It's just having those other stakeholders and other people that you can work with as well that tie you into the club, which is great. We'd always wanted to build a relationship. There's a big furniture store based in town. We've always thought that would be a good business to have sponsored. We never really had the confidence to approach before, but once they'd seen what relationship we'd built with other sponsors, and they'd seen how they could get benefit from a tie-in with the tennis club as well, they quite quickly opened up conversations themselves, and it was great. So we've now got them as a lead sponsor, and they've got a huge banner, and they're advertising the club to everyone who goes into their site as well. So it's a fantastic relationship that we've kicked off purely through the work that we've been able to begin with Snap. Since using Snap, they've fed back to us that it's just clear the communication we've been able to provide. So the documentation, as I said, the contracts that we're able to share with them, it's just made life easier on the administrative side for them as well. They've been really positive about what they've got back from us from a sponsor's point of view. So it's just made life easy for them as well as ourselves. So I'd really recommend utilising all of the tools and documents that Snap provides to its dashboard. It's just great.